Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the Miss Lillian's page. Sorry if my tripod's going like this. We've got puppies in here. Three of them. They snuck under the gate. I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter, furniture artist out of Barry, Texas. We're going to be finger painting today after I am using an inexpensive stencil brush. Would y'all stop? My tripod's going like this. Anyway, I am using this one is I think it's Maleficent. I am correct. It is Maleficent. This is one of the Miss Lillian's Gilding Jewels, and this is a shimmer, which means it has glitter in it. Stop shaking my tripod. And see, it says shimmer right on there. So if you're looking for something with a little glitter, make sure you're getting the shimmers. This one is Maleficent. Like I said, y'all saw when, well, I took this hardware off, but I left this hardware. And you can see where I painted over it. Okay, no problem. So what I'm doing is I'm just lightly, just a little tap, tap, tappy, just loading the brush just ever so slightly. You see there's not a lot on there. It's just a little. And I'm going over the hardware where I painted over it just to darken it back up. And then that will give me a good base. Just darkening up where I hit it with the paint. Can I go back and wash the paint off? Absolutely, I could have. But if you know anything about me, you know that my life is as organized as a $5 DVD bin at Walmart. And things have been a little crazy, and I haven't been able to get in here. So when you jump on, say hi, tell me where you're from, what you're working on, all that good stuff, because I'm nosy and I like to know what people are doing. So, as I said, I'm just darkening. I'm just going to start with this one. There's no paint on these right here, but there is paint on my other hardware. So I'm just, like I said, just dabbing it on with a stencil brush to darken it back up. And the Maleficent, when you're going over top of this rust, is a great color to darken your hardware back up. And so there we go. All right there, just a little touch right there. All right, so now we're going to get to the finger painting. So the three colors that I have chosen for finger painting is Carbon, which is black. We have Turquoise, which of course is turquoise. And then we also are doing a little Mermaid. So let's see here. You want to make sure you keep your cap straight. So the Mermaid is a metallic gilding jewel. There you go. Metallic gilding jewel. The turquoise is a metallic as well. That is the, get it over there. I will figure out my camera one of these days. So turquoise, that is a metallic as well. You can see where I had another color that I used it with one time, and that's the color that's on top. And then we also have Carbon, which is a metallic, as it's a jet black. So what I'm going to be doing is I've got some baby wipes off to the side. Make sure that you do that. Excuse me just one second. I'm cold and then I'm hot and then I'm cold and then I'm hot and then I'm cold and then I'm hot. And so let me get this jacket off. All right. So what we're going to be doing is first we're going to hit it with some Mermaid. And just a little dab will do you. Be amazed how far this goes. And we're just going to kind of hit it in different places to jewel it up and to give it a little sparkle. And be careful if you got nails, because you will dig a whole chunk of it out of there. Need it on my finger, not underneath my nails. And so, yeah, this is going to be my first color. So I am kind of putting it on thick and all over the place. And I'll show you there's a method to the madness here very, very shortly. And we're going to spread it out. So again, this is the Mermaid. I mean, why should kids have all the fun with finger painting? I want to finger paint. I like finger painting. I did very well in that subject in kindergarten. So let's get this chain down. And we're going to go down in this area. And while I'm here, I'm going to hit this with some of the Mermaid. All right. And now it is wet wipe time, because when you switch colors, you want to make sure that you get it off your fingers so you're not mixing colors in. So make sure you get it out from underneath your nails. It's the only time I don't like having nails is when I finger paint. There we go. All right. So clean finger. And now we're going to go in with some of the turquoise and just kind of highlight areas. So this is a darker and this is a lighter. So we're going to kind of go around the edges. Where I want it to be a little bit lighter. And then we're going to come through here in just a second. There we go. And so on the same brush, because I'm going to be blending all these colors anyway, but I am using my baby wipe just to get some of the excess off. I do want it kind of clean. And then I'm just going to go back and just kind of scrub with it to blend them in. But I've got them pretty much where I wanted them to begin with. And this is going to scrub it in to all the details because, like I said, this piece of hardware was already well patinaed. And so I'm going over the natural rust. I just wanted it to have a little something extra. Get up in that corner. Some people like to do a back and forth. Me, I kind of like to do the little swirly, as you see. Hey, Ann. I see Ann is on from Indiana. And so I'm swirling in a circular motion just to get it blended in. And then I'm going to go down on this one as well and get that kind of scrubbed in. All right, so we started off by darkening with the Maleficent, and then I added some turquoise and Mermaid. Now what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can get you guys a better angle. There we are. Now I'm going to go back in with, this is the Carbon Black. And I'm just, again, going to be adding to areas that I think is too bright. And then I'll go back and scrub it again. And what it's going to do is it's going to take all these colors and blend them in beautifully together to give you a really cool effect. And get right there on that corner. Get on this edge. Now I could have done this off the piece And then I wouldn't have had to worry about possibly hitting sides. But again, I didn't think about that until after I put the hardware back on. So Anne says this is coming out beautifully. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Like I said, poor Shorty. So many changes have happened in the house since he's been out of town. He's going to come back and be like, what'd you do? Where's this? Where's that? And then okay. So we're just going to rusty and crusty it up, kind of make it look like it's been underwater for a while. Get my camera up really close so you guys can see. And then we are going to repeat that process all over. And so I started on this. I just need to add some of just a couple of dabs of the black. And you might say, well, why don't you put the colors on all at the same time instead of layering them? As you know, since I'm layering. By layering them, it gives the one coat of the jewels time to dry and to adhere more. And so you can really kind of detail where you want certain colors to come through and others to not. And so it gives you more control by layering them than it does to just throw them on at once and then scrub them together. So it's about the control of it. Me, you guys know me. I loved controlled chaos. I know it's an oxymoron, controlled chaos. I love controlled chaos. And I want it to look chaotic, but most people don't realize that controlled chaos is completely different than chaos. So it's controlling the chaos for the desired outcome. And so that's what this method is. It's controlled chaos. All right. So you see what the end result is going to be. I don't know if I can get mine because my camera's on the tripod, but I will try to get you guys in to see. And I've got a huge shadow, but there you go. And so I'm going to show you the one. I'll show you the one right down here. This is what it started looking out as. And then at the end, it's going to look like that. See, I've got where I painted over top of it and everything else. And that's going to be our end result. So let me get you, and of course, let me get mine because I had to pull my tripod down. All right. So we're going to go over it again, this time faster. As soon as I get this moved. There we go. Get you guys in position. Get you guys down there. There we go. Right. There. Yep. All right. So let me clean off my brush. Again, just a baby wipe. See, just scrub it into your baby wipe. That's all you need to do to get the Gilding Jewels if you want to do this. What I did first, started off with a little Maleficent and get where I hit it with the paint darker. And so Gilding Jewels really don't take a long time to dry. Are they completely dry in a matter of minutes? No. But they're dry enough to where they're going to stay where I want them to. It's just darkening it. See how just that little bit, this is where the paint is. And that is just with a little bit of the Maleficent, which is a glitter jewel. So underneath of all this is going to have a little shimmer to it. Get the top edge. Get my little edges. Get my cylinder. And just a little tap, tap, tappy just goes a long way. That's the thing about these jewels, guys. It does not take a lot. Hello, Donna. Donna's on with us. So these jewels really do last a long, long time. As many of you know, I have a whole jewel box. I don't have all of Miss Lillian's jewels, but I do have a very large selection of the jewels. And that's the one of the things I can say that I love about them is, of course, okay, real quick. So just baby white. It's the same brush. And I'm just offloading onto here, onto a baby white. All right. Is that they last a very, very long time. Some of these jewels I have had, I would say 3 years, 4 years, and I'm not even halfway through the bottle. I mean, they last a very, very long time. So, okay, then I went in with Mermaid and Turquoise. And so, and just kind of decided where I want them to live. So this is the turquoise going on. All right. And again, I've got to wipe my finger, adult finger painting. You want to make sure that you take it out, you know, wash it, wash your fingers out in between. And then we're going to go back with, this is the turquoise, and hit some of the highlights. Now I'm going to take that same brush in just a matter of a few seconds. I feel like a magician. And a 1 and a 2. Okay. I'm just going to take the same brush that you saw me earlier with, and in small circles, I'm just going to kind of blend those in. There you go. And then now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the carbon. Just like I said, I'm not digging down. I'm just literally just barely tapping the top just to get just a teeny tiny little bit. And then I'm going to go over the whole thing with the carbon, especially around my edges, because that's where I definitely want that around my edges to darken them up.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah.
Troy said a cowtail will work better.
A cowtail?
Yes.
Will work better for what?
He just told me to tell you that.
Oh, is he watching or something?
I believe so.
Oh, great. I hope he didn't say all the stuff that I did around the house, because he's going to come back and, yeah, he's not in the comments.
All right, I told her.
Oh, yeah. Is this his bid for us to get a mini Highland cow that it'll help in my painting? Don't put him on speaker. I'm live.
All right.
All right. So I'm sorry, husbands, sons. You know how that goes.
You're welcome.
All right. So we are going back over this with some of the carbon just to give it a few minutes, you know, to dry. And so that's the thing. If you feel like something is too blue, too turquoise, too whatever, you can just wait a few seconds and then put another layer on. I know that on camera this looks completely different than it does in real life, because I've got my computer over here in my screen and I'm looking at it going, it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person, because in person, but there are some areas that I'm not happy with, so I'm just going back over it with that carbon to slightly darken some of those areas that I thought were just a little too blue. Okay, so there we go. We've got this piece of hardware done and these two, and so now I'm going to push this back and pull you guys down. Alrighty then. And then I'm going to get off my rolling cart of death. And I'm actually going to sit on the floor. The rolling cart of death. If you've been watching for a while, you know what I mean by that. So let me get my computer moved over. And then, ooh. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get you guys. There we go. And get you guys down even further. There we go. There we go. Let me get my Tahitian or my Maleficent. And then same process. Since I'm just going to darken these up a little bit with the Tahitian. Hit it with some turquoise. Hit it with the Mermaid. And then go over the whole thing in carbon. And it will, this piece will be done. Next week I will not be on. I am visiting my husband for Thanksgiving, but the week after we will come back with a new project, unless I find something up there when we go antiquing, like somebody's booth and I fall in love with a stencil or a transfer or something that I find, then unless something dramatic happens, this piece will be done after this vidya. After this vidya, this bad boy will be done. Donna says, what did I miss? Why am I seeing red? I don't know, Donna. Oh, Donna said get a seatbelt. Yeah, I know. I should get a seatbelt for my rolly cart of death, but so Donna, I don't know if you saw that video. I was actually on a video probably about 3 months ago, and my rolly cart that I sit on went whoop out from underneath of me, and I busted my tuchus. So now it's my wheelie cart of death is what I call it. So still using it, but yeah, it's now my wheelie cart of death. Oh, y'all can't see the ones down there. So, all right. Let me get my baby wipe. Get that Maleficent out of the brush. And I know that there are different types of baby wipes. Just a pro tip. The baby wipes, I know that there's some that are natural that don't have alcohol in them. It is best to get the baby wipes with alcohol in them. And that'll clean that a lot better. She says let me see. She said there's something wrong with the lighting. Let me see. Is that better? Or let me see if I can cool it down, because that really... What you might be seeing, one thing I can see that's red is, since this is so thin, it's almost like a wash. You can see some of the natural wood underneath. All right. So let me grab my Mermaid, my turquoise and my Mermaid, and just kind of little dabble do ya, and finger paint that baby on where I want them. Oh. All right. And then my Mermaid. It, like the bottom needs fish, your mermaid doors look naked. You think this looks naked? I like it like this because it's going to go in my laundry room. And then we're going to add some to this, some to that. I like it. Yeah, this, Donna, this is just an absolute wash over top of it. It's not thick paint. I wanted this to look like I inherited from my mama, from Nana or Granny, and that it was painted, 40, 50 years ago. So it's a real thin paint to kind of make it look like it was painted a while ago and just worn through the years. That's the look I was going for my laundry room. get it. Get this. There you go. Give me some more of that carbon on here. I wanted to make it look old world, but not, you know, fancy old world. I wanted it rusty, crusty, cool old world. And then we're just going to take some more of the carbon and in small, again, small, tight circles, just scrubbing these together. And can you do this scrubbing with your finger? Yes. And I attempted it earlier. And this is natural rust. I mean, the hardware is naturally rusty, and that it just, it hurt my poor little finger. So other than putting it on, that's why I am using the, that's why I am using stencil brush. I had a moment. I just, seriously, for some reason, I could not think of the name. Stencil brush. Oh, well. Oh, Anne says the upper looks like a treasure chest, something to guard it. Don't make me put it like a Leviathan or like a giant squid or something. Because, you know, I did that on my mermaid cabinet that I did, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago? The mermaid cabinet that's in my studio, I did the painted a sunken treasure ship and all sorts of stuff on there. Let me get the top of this. All righty, we're down to the last two. And then we are just going to say that this baby is good to go. I was wondering, because when we got this in, I kept looking at it going, you know, that looks like a treasure chest. It does. It does. It looks like a treasure chest. And I thought about doing something kind of, I don't want to say piratey. I don't, is that a word? And so, okay, I'm switching back over to Maleficent, which is Miss Lillian's glitter jewel, to put the base on. You notice between each one, UPS just literally threw my package in the driveway. I guess the puppy barking scared him. Girl, I feel your pain. You wouldn't believe. We're out in the boondocks. You wouldn't believe what some of our packages look like when they get to us. But luckily, I made friends with the carrier down here when we first moved in. And so they're usually pretty good about my packages, but there was a day that they weren't the ones on the route, and oh boy, it was not a good thing. All right. Oh, let me get the lower while I'm doing this. So this is the Maleficent. I don't know if y'all can see the bottom or not. But we are just, I'm tapping that on because I do want it a little thicker. That way when I come back after I add the mermaid and the turquoise, and when I come back with the carbon, it'll be a patch up top, just a little thickness up top that will blend in together. So this first go round, I'm not really scrubbing it on, I'm just tapping it on. Okay, so back to my baby wipe. You have a GP also. I don't know. What do you mean GP? And Anne says, I know an octopus. His name is Shorty, and he's in Indiana. All right. So I am grabbing again my turquoise and my mermaid. And just adding those colors in. Just, again, tapping them on where I want them. Oh, Great Pyrenees. Yes, I do have a Great Pyrenees. And honestly, that's why I'm not showing you guys the left side of my face. He decided that he was going to peer paw me. And I've got like marks down this side of my face. So they're not bad. I mean, I'm not ripped open or anything, but he did it about 10, no, I'd say about an hour, a couple hours before I went live. And he got me. He decided to peer paw me. And if you have a Great Pyrenees, you know what the peer paw is. Yeah. He likes to grab me. He likes to get up on me, roll over on his belly on the sofa beside me, and for me to rub his chest. And he'll take his paws and wrap them around my arm like you're not going anywhere. You know what that peer paw is? She said, all in love. Oh, I know it's all in love. He didn't mean it. He was playing with me. And he's so big that he just got a little rough. No, as soon as I went, ow, he's like, oh. So he knew he hurt mama. And I'm just sitting here getting the stuff off my nails, giving that a second to dry. And I'm going to have to, I gotta get that stuff out from, oh well. All right, now I am cleaning out the brush again. And then I'm going back over these two with the carbon. And then, like I said, unless I find something up on my trip in Indiana, again, I will not be on next week. I will be in Indiana. Unless I find something that, like, I look at it and go, that needs to go on that piece, then this baby will be officially done when we get off this video. That's, I think, the quickest I've ever done a piece for you guys, because I like to do them start to finish with you guys. And sometimes it'll take me 2 months to do a piece with you guys, just because I show y'all every step. It's a little annoying for me when I see people, they'll start a piece and then you come back the next week and it's done. Like, how did you get from there to there? So that's why I do pieces from cleaning all the way to finishing, to gilding, to decoupage, to you name it. I'll show you guys start to finish. And that way, if y'all have any questions along the way, you're welcome, actually encouraged, to reach out to me, reach out to Miss Lillian's, reach out to our other content creators. They are amazing. And ask your questions, even if it's about, if you're say you're in the decoupage stage and I am in the cleaning stage, you can still reach out to me, whatever project, wherever you are in your project. If you have a question, you are absolutely welcome to reach out and ask your questions. I would rather you ask me a question and I answer it and you avoid making a mistake. It's a lot easier to avoid a mistake than to have to go back and cost you $75 in 5 days of repairing what you did wrong, or to mess up a transfer or mess up a decoupage or something like that, that now, it's going to cost you a lot of money to replace it. I would much rather you ask a question. You know that hair on the back of your neck that says yeah, if that happens, definitely reach out to somebody. And I am offering to be the person you reach out to because I've made enough mistakes to where I can pretty much tell you what's happening. Because I tell people all the time, if let me make the mistakes because I've made them. So let me make the mistakes so you don't have to. All right, guys. Well, guess what? This piece is done. So let me get you guys back. Get you guys up a little bit. And there you go. Well, this chain hooks. What? Be nice. There you go. So this chain actually hooks in there. So we are done. It's done. We're done. All right, guys. So I will be on 2 weeks from today because, like I said, I leave Saturday to Indiana to be with my husband for Thanksgiving, and so I will see you guys in 2 weeks. So much love, you guys. Make sure Miss Lillian's ML Thanks 20 it's up in the comments, your 20% off code, which is huge. And we'll see you guys after Thanksgiving. Much love. Bye, guys.